Saudi Arabia is demanding the US to stop the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz and return to the negotiating table. There are fears that US President Donald Trump's move could lead Iran to disrupt other shipping routes. Saudi Arabia has suffered massive losses not just militarily but economically during the course of the war. Saudi Arabia claims its critical infrastructure has been impacted in Iran's strikes on US bases. According to the Saudi authorities, the strikes collectively slashed Saudi's oil output by approximately 600,000 to 700,000 barrels per day. The country has suffered financial losses over $10 billion. The industrial and energy hubs have been the worst hit in Iran war, a claim Tehran has outrightly denied. Iran claims it was only retaliating to US strikes in the region. On April 7th, Saudi Arabia's Al Jubail petrochemical complex, well, it is the heart of the kingdom's downstream energy sector and home to multi-billion-dollar joint ventures. On March 28th, an Iranian missile attack wounded at least 10 US service members and damaged several US refueling aircraft at Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. A week ago, on March 19th, oil giant Saudi Aramco's Samref refinery in the Red Sea, port of Yanbu, was targeted in an aerial attack. However, there were reports of minimal impact. The stakes are high for Saudi, the largest and the most influential economy in the Gulf region. Riyadh has warned Washington that US blockade might prompt Houthis to block the Bab al-Mandeb Strait in retaliation. The Bab al-Mandeb Strait links the Red Sea with the Gulf of Aden in the northern Indian Ocean and is an important stop on the Saudi oil export route. A report by Wall Street Journal says Houthis have assured Saudi Arabia that they will not attack its territory or vessels. However, Saudi officials believe that the situation remains unstable. They do not rule out the possibility that the Houthis may start charging for passage through the Bab al-Mandeb Strait. Hormuz disruptions have triggered an unprecedented supply chain shock. At the center of the risk are several major companies that operating outside the US and are dependent on the Strait of Hormuz. Saudi Aramco, the world's largest oil exporter, heavily relies on Hormuz to move crude and LNG to global markets. Over $1 trillion is at stake for Saudi Aramco after the Iran war. Among others are PetroChina and Shell, who are highly exposed to this disruption. As the standoff between US and Iran deepens, Pakistan is racing to bring both the sides together for more talks. It has proposed hosting second rounds of talks between Iran and the US. According to reports, Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Army Chief Asim Munir are set to visit Saudi Arabia in the coming days. They are set to discuss the way forward to fragile Iran truce and revise their strategic mutual defense agreement. There are reports of Pakistan and Saudi following up with China. According to a report by New York Post, Trump has hinted at second round of peace talks with Iran in Pakistan. Reports citing Trump says the talks could take place in the next 2 days.